junior class technology project for fall 2013 will be entry in Cyberfair. This online collaborative technology project is sponsored by globalschoolnet.org and it will be a contest that will be graded because it contains research and many of the TEKs that we cover in English class. When you are looking at the website on the main page, there is on the left, you're going to see different categories. And when you click on each of these, you will see an educational presentation explaining the different parts. On the right-hand side, you have a project library that consists of previous winning websites. We will be creating our own websites as a junior class after we decide which category we are going to pursue. We will be deciding this and voting as a class the last week of this second 6 weeks, so that when third 6 weeks begins, we can actually begin putting our website together. We use a web hosting website like Weebly or Moodle or Wix, and I would like to invite you to explore the features and tools that are on these websites so that we can decide which one is the best one to go with. So do not register. I will register the entire junior class when the time comes and give everyone the username and password so everyone can log on and work on that website. On this first page, it gives you a little overview of what the competition is in its 18th year with more than 5 million students in 115 countries. This is a White House endorsed program that encourages you to become community ambassadors by working collaboratively and using technology to share what you have learned. You will be doing peer reviews at the end where you are grading other students' projects as other students will be grading yours. You will receive rubrics and instructions for that a little bit later on. The final project must be submitted before we go on spring break vacation, but we have plenty of time to work on it between now and then. Let's look at some of the different pieces of this. When we go to At a Glance, you will see that you have an overview, even some video clips that we can look at to be able to do all the parts. There's success stories here, different things that you can click on to get information. Important announcements would be the next category, and it has some things that we can release to the school to have in our Friday newsletter for the campus, and also posted on the scrolling screen in front of the school and in the main lobby. Program categories is something that is a part that I would like for you to spend some time on investigating the different categories that you can choose. The first one would be Category 1, Local Leaders. And I know we have local leaders for the state of Texas living here in Austin, such as Rick Perry and Ted Cruz. That's food for thought to think about doing someone like this. It says politicians, authors, artists, musicians, sports figures, and so forth. You can click on the Learn More icon there and read a little bit more about what the local leaders category would look like. Community groups is their second choice, and these would be special populations. You're going to design that website and or create a video story that showcases unique, interesting, or specific community populations. And you might want to brainstorm a little bit about what that would be, these community groups. Mobile Loaves and Fishes would be one example of a community group that does charity work to feed the homeless. And they don't have to be charitable organizations, of course. there's other community groups with other agendas that live here and work here in Austin. Category 3 would be businesses and organizations. We would design a website or create a video story that showcases a local business. We have many local businesses here, um, and many of them are restaurants. Others are maybe boutique shops, um, coffee shops, things such as this. And it says boys and girls clubs, civic clubs, stores, shops. Think about local businesses and see what interests you there. Category 4, local specialties, sports and health. Things like Lifetime Fitness, perhaps, or sustainable farming. Farmers markets could be something that you could explore. Businesses that make their own soap or grow their own food for the whole farm to table movement. Different running groups, cycling groups. We actually have quite a few things that we could choose from for the sports and health category. Moving on down to category 5, you have local attractions, both natural and man-made. This could be many of the wonderful parts of nature that are near here. You could go around Austin, do Krause Springs, for example, Krause Falls, or Lady Bird Lake, the Wildflower Center, different museums, Umlauf Gardens, different places like that, museums, zoos, Zilker Park, Barton Creek, things such as this. Category 6, historical landmarks could be something that we decide to do. This could be missions, special architectural places, cemeteries, things of interest like this. And category 7, environmental awareness and issues, emergency preparation, water conservation, different things such as this, recycling, different things that we're doing here in Austin to be green. You could even do the plastic bag ban or something like that. Category 8, local culture, music, and art forms. This would be, there are a lot of things to choose from. Here you could do ACL Music Festival. I know some of you went to that this year. You could do other arts venues, things like at the Texas Performing Arts, Bass Hall. There's so many that it's hard to mention them all, but we have a lot of different cultural, music, and art, even art galleries and that kind of thing here in Austin, so we could do those. These are the different categories that we have to agree on as a class. Once we choose these, then we can narrow it down to our topic and then get started. You do need to spend some time familiarizing yourself with the other rules over here to the left, instructions, timeline, participants. Read about the peer review. That's very important that you understand that. Talks about what happens with the winners and so forth. And then before you leave, after you have finished all of these categories here, reading about those, it's also important that you click on over here onto some of the ones that have been winners in the past. Click on the website for that winning web page, and then just explore that. See a little bit about what you can learn about the successful ones that have won in years before us. Remember, we're going to be choosing at the end of the second 6 weeks. So you have about 2.5 weeks or so from right now to get this done. So thank you for your time. Good luck in exploring the rest of this website, and I look forward to hearing your ideas about what you would like to do. Thank you.